Alright, finally got enough nerve to make a second post here. I'm out in Richmond, Virginia, delivering in the Virginia War Memorial. Let's see if I can picture out here. They're building a new building over here. So, it's kind of hard to get the content I want for you guys out here now because it's very cold and snow covered at the house. I got probably 2 feet sitting on top of my Blazer, and Lucille 73 Blazer that I'm going to be doing is in the garage, and it's like minus 10 degrees out there. So all I can do now is work for the money to go ahead and for the stuff that I want to do. Biggest thing of I believe a working man's restoration is to keep it rolling. So my Blazer has a transmission leak at the pump seal, and I replaced the pump seal when I put the transmission in, and it's still leaking. So I'm gonna have to pull it out again, probably replace the pump, but I'm gonna use that as time to probably put a stall converter in it because of the cam. But you know, I says to myself, if you got the transmission and transfer case out, you know, the headers are leaking, so I'm going to take the headers off anyway to fix the seals and clean it up real good. And then I said, well, since the headers are off, you know, it's so close from there to go ahead and just pull the motor and paint the frame rails up, polish everything up, wax it, clean it, and I got a new intake. I got a high-rise aluminum intake. The intake on it now is just aluminum, and I don't like it, so I'm going to replace it with a Edelbrock Performer, I think it is, intake. And it's I bought it used off the internet, so I want to I'm going to use that as an excuse to polish it up. So I'm going to learn how to polish an intake to match my brand new finned aluminum valve covers for it. But it's gonna take some time. The biggest thing is that I'm coming up with is you know, drawing the line where you stop, because if I start tearing into it to get it exactly the way I want it, then it's going to be apart. I already can't drive it during the winter because, you know, it's got a big lift and 454, and New York where I live has salt, so it'll tear it up, and it'll you know, I've done a lot of work on it now, cleaning it up, washing it, waxing it, polishing it, and trying to keep it in good shape. And if I drive it in the winter, the salt's just going to deteriorate it very fast. So it has 8-inch suspension lift in it, which you're going to see as soon as I can figure out how to post pictures. I have pictures that I could post as soon as I figure out how to do that. But just trying to make some content, try to get my point across for what I want the channel to do, which is helping people with ideas and hopefully a little bit of inspiration on what it takes to build a nice vehicle. Because I see so many people, they say, oh, I wish I could have a vehicle like that. I wish I could have a vehicle like that. Well, you know, Lamborghini, all that stuff, I mean, of course, you know, those are cool rides, but, you know, like my Minion, 84 Blazer, 8-inch lift, 454, 1-ton axles, you know, it's pretty much what I dreamed I wanted at you know, high school, 18, 19 years old. That's what I'm trying to get back to, is wanting simple, basic goals. I mean, $15,000 interior. I don't have money for that. I work. I You know, $15,000 for an interior, that takes a lot of work for me to be able to do. $15,000 paint job, so what? So I could be so afraid to drive it that it never leaves the driveway, and all I want to do is put diapers around it and never drive it? No, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I don't want to see people just doing complete hack jobs. You know, I'm not gonna try to show people that riveting on or filling with 3 inches of Bondo is a way to get a nice finished vehicle either. You know, I understand a lot of people don't have welding skills and all that stuff. It doesn't take a lot of skills. It just takes a little bit of practice and the right equipment and the right tools. You can buy them on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for real reasonable prices sometimes. You just have to be patient and you know, not have to have something done right then, exactly that minute. If you can have patience to get your projects done, you can do them on a lot better of a budget. So I probably didn't really get my point across that well, but trying to make content and show what I want to be able to do, and it's real hard right now with my Blazer being under 2 feet of snow, and you know, it being too cold in the garage to work on the other vehicles. But what we're going to be working on eventually through the time is my son has a 1990 Suburban he bought, 2-wheel drive, 3/4 ton. I think it's a 90. And it needs some rust repair. He's doing real good on keeping up on the maintenance. But we want to get a decent paint job on it, and I'm doing a lot of homework on supplies and stuff to do. You know, we need to have shiny, straight, clean paint with no runs for a couple $100. I mean, he's 22 years old, and what did I say? Did I say 19? No, I said I was 19. I hope I didn't say he was 19. No, my son's 22, and he you know, doesn't have a lot of money, but wants a nice ride, which is part of what Working Man's Restoration is all about. And my Blazer, 84 Blazer, 454, 8-inch lift, I want to get it done. I want to do some interior stuff. I want to do some exterior stuff. I want to wrap the hood in carbon fiber because I don't have $1,000 to buy a carbon fiber hood. I have a used cowl induction style hood on it now, which I got from another Blazer, which I got the transmission from and the transfer case also. So, you know, if you need a transmission in your vehicle, you don't need to go out and spend $2,000, $2,500 at a transmission shop. I bought another Blazer for $1,000, drove it home, parted it out. So the hood, tires, wheels, everything that I saved off of it basically got for free because I parted the rest of it out. I haven't sold the tires and wheels yet, but when they get sold, I'll actually own my hood and transmission and stuff for free, basically. So I'm gonna quit rambling, trying not to say and all that stupid stuff. I watch other people's videos, and that's something I try to learn. But when you can't edit right now, it's just straight out running and hard to make it interesting. So there you go, video number 2. Hopefully I can start figuring out how to put together some different chapters inside of YouTube so I can separate my vehicles so they're not all just together, and I'll start outlining each vehicle's. You can buy a one subject notebook and start putting part numbers and you know, when you replace a brake line later on, you might not be able to have that same brake line, so you want to know what part number you used. So list part numbers, keep receipts, try to stay as organized as you can with your build, and That's it for now. Bye.